Yeah. Hey guys, how are you doing today? Hello, thank you so much for watching. So, especially to my subscribers, well, one of just want to make some videos. Yeah. So waking up to another. What was the title? Another uh, useless day alone. I forgot what the title I wanted to. Yeah, it's another day, a useless day alone. Another waking up to another meaningless day alone. So I might be forever alone. So waking up to another day of regrets. I have a house, but it's a small house, but there's not much privacy unless I spend some money to close the back. You can hear your neighbors at the back. So otherwise, it's just some peace and quiet. So waking up to another day of regret. I don't know. Every day, lately, every day, just since I retired early, every day is just regrets, and I'm even more vulnerable since I just broke up with my ex-girlfriend, who's a single mom who doesn't have time for me for 2 years, but has time for other people and some other guys. Maybe I'm just the number two guy for my single mom ex. So you're the number two guy. So where does that put you with behind her child and her family? So well, I think at least my house looks kind of nice, even though it's small. I painted the walls myself. But the problem is, you need to spend a bit more to make some room partitions and fence. So I regret also buying this house because I needed to spend a lot to make it decently livable. Where could have just saved rented and saved the money, because the rent that you're paying is the same as the interest if you just save the money and cash out a house in the city. If you're in the city, at least you're near the city. Here it's far away. I'm alone. It is scary. It's weird. It's strange. Alone. Yeah, there's just some feeling that it's too far. It's too alone. Too far. I don't know these people, even though I know the neighbors. Some of them, at least in the city. Uh, my friends can come to my house easily, or apartment in the city. Here, wow, it's just like 1 hour travel to here. So the commute is hard and expensive nowadays because of rerouting and the gas prices increase. So yeah, lately I've been having this hoarse, heavy voice. So well, I used to have like a light voice. So some people tell me that I sound like a girl, but maybe I'm just really tired of life, and my voice and my soul is also tired. I don't know what other way to put it. So I have. all this financial success, but as well, in our country, it's already well off enough, but it's still a good house in a good place, a good location. It's still expensive. You should have just rented, but it was the pandemic. It was so hard to find a decent apartment, and I've always never had any luck with caretakers and landlords. All of them were insane, drunk, maybe drug addicts. They were always insane. They never gave me a peace of mind. Always wanted to borrow money. I was always in a rush to be paid. Well, I was only late for one day with the bills. I always tried to pay on time. I always paid on this only one day. So after that, I always paid on time, or even in advance. I just wanted to be alone, but this is too alone. But now I want to be kinda alone with privacy most of the time, but near the city, but not this far. So it's a lot of money wasted. A lot of hard earned money, maybe like 3 years worth of concert savings just to for all the money, the down payment, all the money I spent for this house per year. Well, I'm almost every year in this house. So maybe I'll just stick to the plan and get fully paid. But if you get fully paid, I will not have down payment for in case I find the house that will reopen, be available in the location that I really, really want it now. You shouldn't have listened to people, even though it was floody there. You know, the flood won't get inside your house anyway. It's just the flood is just near the entrance, in the entrance. That's why I shouldn't listen to people's opinions. So maybe I just waited until I was able to get a high house there, just rented. But I'm always surrounded by toxic people when I rent apartments. So even though here I'm in a bad neighborhood, you know what I mean when I say bad neighborhood, dangerous people, thieves, people who just want your money, who are always backbiting you, talking about you. But most of all, my biggest regret is being alone. I was with my, even though I had a single mom ex that I was the number two, number three guy, not already the priority because of her child and family and her work. So where was I? So yeah, so the biggest regret in my life is living alone, being alone. I should have just settled down with my college girlfriend who was really, really a decent person who really loved me and really cared for me compared to the recent people that I meet. But back then, I wasn't ready. I was scared, like having a child and not being able to afford it, or having a family without my own house. But the reality is that a house is just expensive. It's just 100 times expensive, 1,000 times expensive than renting. So maybe I should have just rented. And maybe if I had a wife, she could help me get a better house at a better location. Bad advice everywhere. I don't know. I'm not that old. I'm not yet 40. But I don't know. It's gonna be too late. Lately, in my 30s, I've always been meeting single moms, and even though they're amazing persons, I will not be their priority. and their life will be in shambles. Their life will be complicated. It will be expensive. But I don't know. Maybe I could make it work. I was willing to help her spend with her expenses because I love her and I want to help her. And I have the extra money. I could give her some of my extra money to help her out. What's the point of having a partner if you're not gonna help them? That was Maybe it was too late. Uh, Even though I have a dream of buying a better house at a better location, maybe I'll just rent. Maybe I'll just rent and find someone, single mom or not, and help her and risk everything, risk my future dreams, but help her with her dreams and aspirations and obligations. Yeah, I can't get any peace of quiet anywhere anyway here. The neighbors are just too close. They're just back there. It's just like right in front, right at the back of me. They're there. They can't even afford to fence to close off their back. But anyway, I'm going to close it off. But I don't. I just want to maybe just want to forfeit the money I spent here and live in the city again. But I'm waiting for something. I hope it turns out. My mom is trying to help me buy this other house. Installment, of course. It's a bit closer with a more decent neighborhood. It will be more populated, but it's gonna feel a lot safer, a lot decent. So I'll just rent this place. Another meaningless life of regret. So I'm not even allowed to rant on social media. My new friend got really offended because he thought I was ranting about him. I don't have anyone to talk to. This video will not get views anyway. I'm not allowed to post my true feelings on Facebook because it will offend and hurt people and damage relationships. So maybe I'll just keep it all in and just explode one day and just die one day because I'm keeping it all in. Don't have anyone to talk to. And if I post about my problems, people who are not what I'm posting about are the ones getting offended, getting hurt. So we can't control how they will react to that. So it will create a lot of complicated situations, creating more problems. But no one can listen to me. No one's listening to me. No one can listen to my problems. I don't have anyone to talk to. I'm alone. So yeah, so don't be like me. Don't live the life of regret. It's gonna be hard financially struggling if you like find a partner early in your 20s and have a kid, but you're together, you'll get through it. Just make one kid for now. If you really want to make a child, just make one, or if not, make one when after you guys are married for like 5 or 10 years and you're financially ready. So I thought I wanted to be alone as an introvert, but careful what you wish for because you just might get